Hello and welcome back to our React Native live series on Selkut Digital YouTube channel. I'm after a quick break, and as you know, we've been doing 3-hour marathon session tonight, and I'm actually pretty exhausted. I couldn't even get the Redux store to work in the previous episode, but finally managed to actually get it working. And as you can see, it actually updates. It updates what I want. It connects the home screen to the store through bind action creators from Redux. So this is great. This is a great achievement because now we have a store in place, which is absolutely great. And we can focus on some other bits and pieces now, which is fantastic. So the next thing we're going to be focusing on is the Firebase, because this is going to be our API, our database, our server-side kind of solution for this particular app, for this particular series. And obviously React Native works really well with Firebase. The Firebase has a few different functions or functionalities or options that are very useful for somebody who wants to build their app really quick and they don't really know the backend that well. So we're going to be basing our authentication and authorization on Firebase, as well as we're also going to have our database and real-time database in there. And also we are going to use the storage from Firebase to store our assets. So those are going to be the 3 main services which we are going to be using from Firebase, and hopefully that's going to be enough for us. So in the meantime, when I got back from my break, I updated .env file with the secret keys from Firebase, and I'm going to I'm just rerunning the app to get the changes in place. And the next step is going to be to actually get myself familiar with authentication from Firebase, because I've never used it before. And yeah, I just need to educate myself. I just need to go through the docs and make sure that I actually understand it. Let me just pour myself a glass of water as well. I don't know what's wrong with that bundler. The simulator seems to be running a bit funny. I'm not sure if this is because the Expo SDK is actually on the old version of React Native. Not sure. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what's the easiest way of integrating. Well, we kind of have Firebase integrated. Okay, so let's do the manual integration. Okay, so I've gone through that. Okay. So we just need to add React Native database, as it hasn't been added yet. Then just going to close this app. To be honest, I think I'm gonna go for a different iPhone, which potentially could be a bit quicker, because it might be the reason why it's been very slow. Hopefully a different simulator is going to solve this problem for me. Okay, so let's start that in the meantime. And here's where the default app is pre-initialized natively, therefore there is no need to call initialize app for the default app instance. The default app is pre-initialized. Okay. Let me just comment this out for a sec, because that is the previous Firebase authentication basically, and what I want is the new one to do like so. Oh Lord, I haven't used this version of iPhone for a while. It just feels very thick. Got used to Ah, of course. Completely forgot that I have to run the Firebase through Expo. So, because we are using Expo, we have to sounds like we might have a problem actually. Hopefully not. So hold on, so the previous configuration was correct. Okay, everything still works. Can debug it remotely. Yep, everything still updates. Perfect. So now storing data through Firebase can be pretty simple. Imagine we are creating a game where high scores are stored in Firebase for everyone to see. We could create a user's packet in our data that is referenced by each user. Setting their high score would be as straightforward. Okay. Set up high score listener. Now let's say we want another client to listen to updates to the high score of a specific user. Firebase allows us to set a listener on a specific data reference and get notified each time there is an update to the data. In the example below, every time a high score is updated for the given user, it will print to console. Interesting. As I'm wondering if I can actually... this is... Okay. Right. So let me actually add it to... sets the high score. Okay, so we need to go to Firebase, simply choose your project on the database section on the left and then select the rules tab. Right, so we just need to set the rules. Hold on, I think they're just missing something. Okay. Doesn't matter for now, I guess. Don't really know. Right, let's get back here. And let me check this. Listening for authentication. Okay, let me see if I can add it to our store. So there is going to be oath actions, import, login from types, and I'm going to show you how we are going to refactor the store as well. Then okay, so this is our code. Now the types are also going to be called oath. What we could actually do, and what is probably going to be better for our store, is to follow DAX principle, which is a feature over a function, or a feature over the functional programming. So then we'll need actions, reducers, types, and then potentially selectors, and then index to call it all. Okay, so this is going to be our actions, then login, support const login equal to login. Jesus, can't type anymore. Support const logout equals logout. Let's just leave it like this for now. Actually, I could do it differently. I could do then export default, login, log out. Okay, then export default as types. Should I do it? I should do it like this. Export so actions from actions. Export default, login, log out, and let's create those actions. User same thing for logout, pretty much. Logout, logout. I think I can do it like this. Types, login, types, logout. I can't remember what is the exact syntax for async await action creators, but it's something stupid like this. I think you actually await the entire thing. Can't really remember. Maybe something like this. Then there is your Firebase oath. Yeah, I can't really remember. Async await action creator. I do remember it was something stupid. Oops. I'll check it out. For now, we can just do this and listen for authentication state to change. I'm wondering when this happens. So I'm assuming this is what it's going to be, obviously. Firebase from Firebase. Hold on, let me just check. Import as Firebase. Okay. Okay, so this can be removed. We've got that. Now let's create a reducer. Import types from types. Sorry, from types from types. Yeah, we can do this. Can do this like this. Then const initial state. It's going to be called user. Not sure what's gonna be in there. Email address. Email address. That's gonna be a string. Email address. What else? I don't know. First name, last name. First name, last name. That will do for now. Log in, log out. Okay. So then we want to do const auth reducer equals to state equal to initial state and action, and then let's deconstruct payload and type from action, then switch type to have login, and that will return a new object with state and payload and payload. And default is going to return the state. I forgot that I have to actually do this. Export default auth reducer. Boom. So export default as reducer from boom. Okay, so now we actually want to refactor our store slightly. We want to refactor our store slightly so that our root reducer is actually going to combine different reducers. Okay. So we've got our auth DAX. I'm going to call it app DAX. This is going to be our, come on, this is going to be our actions. This is going to be our reducers. So we can actually get rid of the actions from there. We can get rid of reducers from there. This is going to be our types. These types we can get rid of. Perfect. So we've got this store. We've got app and auth. The auth so yeah, so the reducer is going to be this. Okay. We need, hold on a sec. Yeah, okay, so there is a thing from app types. What the fuck is this all about? Sorry for my language, but something weird just happened. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. And this is fine as well. So the auth reducer is going to be exported as auth. I could actually do it here, but I do prefer to do it over there. So it's nicely exported. I'm actually going to do the same thing to the app. It shouldn't be actually called root reducer. It should be called app reducer. Okay. Perfect. So now what we really want to do is to rename this file to create store. Perfect. And I'm going to have another one called index. Okay. And index is going to be actually our combined reducers. Right, so basically, okay, so I just need to import combined reducers, and also I want to import reducers. Actually, there is one thing I have to change. It's the oath reducers. Oath reducers, oath actions, and oath types. The same for, I haven't actually done it here yet. Need to add this file. Just going to copy it over and call it app actions, app reducers actually. Perfect. So import oath reducers from oath. App reducers from app. Okay. Now let's just console. Oh God. Let's just console log app reducers and oath reducers, just to make sure that I'm actually importing the correct thing in the right place. App types. Okay. Export default combined reducers. Okay, to-dos and counter. Combined reducers. App reducers. Oath reducers. Root reducers. Reducers from reducers. What is going on right now? What is going on in here? Wondering if there is still anybody watching. Probably not. Probably not, it's actually quite late. Oh, what? Come on. There is always something. Okay. We have to fix this one. So lip store. App. And then we actually call it app. App actions. Oh, it's been a long evening. Sorry if I'm not very talkative. I'm just trying to refactor that store to DAX. Not sure if you guys heard of DAX. This is probably going to die again, as it looks like. Oh gosh. There you go. So basically what we want to have, we just want to name. Oh, this is so annoying. It's unbelievable. And I can't run it because it's not found. My lord, this is becoming quite annoying. Oh no. Something is not quite right with the simulator recently. I even updated the OS and Xcode, and yeah, that just ruined it. Okay, anyway. So from app default is app reduce, so reduces default. Types. Perfect. So hold on. One at a time. So it's going to be index. So app reducer. Default. Can't do it, can I? No. Have to do it like this. Slot reducers. Nope. I think this is the thing. I have to wrap it and then export it like so. Nope, this is still not the case, but maybe I can console app reducers. Should be app reducer really. Okay, so this looks promising. App reducer. What if? Hold on, I completely missed it. Home screen now. Yes. Okay. So what if I did this? If I exported default. Yeah. And then do this. Same with auth reducers, I believe. Well, I guess I would have to call it. It would have to be my call. What I want to name it. I'm not sure if it actually defaults to anything. Let's see. No reducer provided for key auth reducer. Yeah. So it has to be defined. So it has to be defined, and so should this be. No reducer provided for key auth reducer. Yeah, easy. App reducer, app actions, blah blah, auth reducers, and then yeah. Reducers. Export default function. No reducer provided key. No reducer provided for key app reducer. But then I think they're actually doing something else. Potato reducer, tomato reducer. So this was it, and so was this. Okay, but over here, what reducers? Create store. Create store. Lib. Store. All right. Easy, yeah. Crikey. Okay, so now create store. This is what it gets. Perfect. Reducers. Perfect. Store does not have a value reducer. Make sure the argument passed to combine the reducer is an object whose values are reducers. What else would it be, my dear friend? Well, perhaps now I can actually do it, because previously it was just reference to the wrong thing. So I believe here we are. Gonna read property timestamp of undefined. App reducers, auth reducers. producers. So I could actually call it app. App producers as app. Actually, no, I can do it differently. I can do app producers, auth producers. Perfect. Lovely jubbly. So we now structured our store after the features that we're gonna be building. Okay, so it's nicely, perfectly organized. Back to our Firebase. God, this was a while. So let's say we want to log in with Facebook. The docs are very limited, I would say. Okay, let's just try this out. So we've got our auth, we've got our actions here. So let's just do this example, update score. Types, update score, payload. Payload is going to be this is going to be an arrow function, which I can't obviously type. Hold on. So this arrow function is going to be actually this. Okay. Update score. save it. We want to have constant update score in here. We want to export it. I still don't really get how this example is going to work. Yeah, we could set that bucket, but all what I want is just a little bit more about the actual APIs, because I'm not entirely sure. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this actually works, because I doubt it. I think we'll have to spend some time actually going through. This could be again problematic, running this simulator, because it got stuck last time. It seems that whenever it gets stuck, it cannot pick it up again, which is quite weird. Nope. The CPU usage seems to be really good. It's only 20%. Oh, please. Yeah, that's right. That's because it's not been run. We can do this This quick bad boy. Let's try again. Okay. I see what the problem is. Let me just quickly update the keys. I think that's where the problem lies. I think I saw. Okay, so this is the API key. This is correct. Okay, this is where it's wrong. We had the name. Oops. Okay. Oops. Right. Okay, have it back. I think that should work now. No, it still doesn't. Your Firebase IO. Let me quickly see again, because that is clearly what I've got in place. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, there we go. So looks like we can connect to our database. I think it just... Oh, this is interesting. So it works when I display the config object, which is really weird. Not entirely sure what to do with it. Don't I have the... Okay. React Native Expo. So it looks like there is something wrong, clearly, with the environment variables, which is really odd. Let me see if I can actually run it here. that changes anything. Import as Firebase from Firebase. There is something wrong with the environment variables. As when I console log this, it works, but when I don't, it doesn't. So I'm wondering what the issue could be. Okay. This is very weird, to be honest. Okay, this seems to be working, which is quite weird, because it's pretty much the same as this. But if I do this, this doesn't work. So I'm assuming there must be some sort of closure happening. Or is there? I guess that's because I'm defining config outside, so it's not accessible. But if I do this and return the Firebase initialization, yeah, then it's gonna work, which is fine. Okay, so basically I can see the database. Structuring. That is probably going to be our next Okay, so we know that the Firebase now works, which is great, but all I wanted to do is actually to update something. In the database. Okay. So we're going to update user And this is going to be user ID, name, email. Update user. Wondering if this is actually going to work. It's going to be interesting. Oath actions. Update user. Store oath. On press this update user. I'm just doing a lot and not really talking a lot, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And obviously I'm not really doing that much, so I'm just trying to test out this the Firebase. So this should be async. Async, actually. Try catch error. Console warrant error. And in here we're going to do const user data, user ID. I don't know, I'm just going to call it 1 2 3 4 5 6 for now. What else did we want it in there? Name and email. Name Simon, email Simon.w. Simon at cellkit.digital. Then constant response wait update user with the user data and console log response. See what happens. What the fuck is this? Sorry. Excuse me. My language. Just have no idea where things come from, and it's worrying. I just don't appreciate when when the bundler crashes, and it's really annoying to run it back. Oh, great. This is exactly what I wanted. Oh my lord. Excuse me. But this would actually be the idea, right? So, okay. Data user is not a function, someone says. So what is it then? Oath actions, that's probably because of this. You know what? Still not an action. So I'm just going to add the prop type as it is required now. And I'm going to console log oath actions just to see what it gives me back. So update user definitely is a function. Let's just see what the prop logs for me. Update user. Pretty sure this is correct. Just to double check, I'm going to console log update timestamp and I'm going to compare the two console logs. Yeah, that is correct. Although maybe it cannot be asynchronous. Maybe the payload should be just this. I doubt it though. Okay. That's not too bad. Huh. Interesting. Date user. Date user. This is actually what I wanted to call it. Actions, update score, update user. Perfect. Perfect. Boom. But this is good. I mean, the type property is wrong, but that is probably because I'm not returning anything. So I think I could actually run this as a could do user here and return user, but in the meantime I could do this, I believe. Then actually do name email. I could just deconstruct the user object and return it. Nope. This is still weird. The good thing was that it actually worked when I returned it. So I think oh no. Okay. That actually wasn't too bad. I thought it would actually kill the app for me completely, but luckily managed to get rid of it. Yeah, so here we go. So permission denied. Permission denied. Promise rejection. Possible unhandled promise rejection. So I believe that we could do how do we handle... let me just get back here quickly and get into actions. I might go to the recipes as well and see how do we handle how do we handle the payload? Do we actually need to handle it? Because actions. So the action has to be dispatch action text. Text. I think I'm getting too tired today to actually think about it. Because technically we could do something like this. Well, not even that, but we could get rid of this there and then return this. This is the object, isn't it? So the Firebase could be response. We could do this console log response, and then the payload could be like that. Sorry, response, not response. Okay, so it is a promise, which is async, which we could wait technically. But then we get anonymous function. So we basically want to try this and then return this. Otherwise, you want to catch the error. So it would be good to have a middleware for this kind of stuff, which handles it for us. Because adding it to every single request or every single action created will be an overkill, surely. Type. We could do something like that. Rejected. Action must be plain objects. Use custom middleware for async actions. There you go. So we need some sort of middleware to actually handle it, because they have to be simple actions, simple objects. So okay, I think we actually got somewhere with it. I mean, at least we can see the Firebase is firing the action. The action is actually denied because we don't have the right permissions. And the reason why is because we have our database guarded, so we would probably need some sort of authentication to be submitted with every single request, and therefore we will just need to do some more work. But obviously this is going somewhere, as you can see. It's not ideal, it's not great yet, but we'll get there slowly but surely. I mean, this is a learning curve for me as well. So there is still loads to do. We still have to enable the authentication on the app, as this is going to enable us to do the calls to Firebase. Then yeah, we'll have to find out a way of creating new entities in the database, and we'll be able to actually start signing up, perhaps. So this is going to be our next task, to start signing up. This was actually quite productive. So we refactored store to follow ducks plus added Firebase okay, this is great. So it looks like we've done some progress. We've got our Redux in place. We know that it's been working. We also know that that the store is going to be scalable, as we're going full the feature-based programming. So we'll have our app-related actions, reducers, and types in here. Our auth-related actions, reducers, and types. And the more we do, the better it should be. It's looking very promising. It's looking very good. I'm very happy with what we've done so far today. It's been a solid, well, almost 4 hours. Well, yeah. No, hold on. So we started at 7. Yeah, it's been a solid 4 hours. With a 15 minutes break. So good 4 hours of coding. And we've done some good progress. We've got Redux in place. It's actually refactored to follow tax principle. And we connected to Firebase. We actually could see the database was connected, and we could actually console log it. Now we also we can also see that we can start using the actions to actually get stuff done on our database. But because we are not authenticated, we can't actually access the database, which is great because we know that the authentication works on the database. The next step is going to be to enable the authentication on the app level. So we'll add it to the store. We'll make all the actions authenticated, and then we'll also focus on persisting the store and clearing it out after the user logs out. So we will have to make sure that whenever a user signs out, we will have to clear the store and hide all the data from the user. So even if the user is logged out, they won't be able to see any of the unauthenticated, unauthorized data structures. So we only want to show this data structure to the user who is authenticated and is able to preview this kind of data, because we don't want to expose too much stuff to the user on the client side, just to make sure we are not doing anything what could actually make our life way more difficult in the future. We don't want to end up in a prison, so we want to keep everything locked from unauthenticated users or unauthorized. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you did like it, please do like the video and do subscribe to our channel to get more notifications and to get the latest videos from us. If you have any questions, don't hesitate, just leave a comment down below this video, or send me an email. Just let me know in whatever way you prefer, and I'm very happy to get back to you. I want to start having that kind of interaction with you guys to make sure that we are communicating and helping each other. If you have any ideas for the future steps, or if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm here to help. Once again, thanks for watching. That's it from me for tonight. It's been a long night, so I'm just going to get some sleep. Thank you. Bye for now.